Weird.
Buddy, how are you? Welcome to our Lunch and Learn today. And I'm excited. I have Vanessa Hunter with me today, and we're going to be talking about making a first impression. And realtors, you need to pay attention. Definitely. Are you excited, Vanessa?
I'm super excited, Joe. I'm really excited today. We're laughing because for the first time, Joe and I are opposite, and I'm not sure how that happened. We're on the opposite sides of the screen. I don't know how it happened, but it did.
Yep.
Anyway, hey, Bob Wilcox. Hey, Natalie. Good to see
There
you
you are.
guys.
Yes,
Good
yes.
to see you.
Oh, and
Bob's
Bob's just
having
right
some.
out of the gate. Check him out at the Wedge Gate Cafe, having chicken noodle vegetable soup with homemade bread and strawberry ice cream soda. Bob,
Bob,
I'm officially jealous, and I may need a bib shortly.
Bob, do you deliver?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Kelly, what's up?
Oh, and Kelly Wheeler's with us. Kelly needs to be with us today and stay with us today because, we're going to be talking about one of these topics that he really, really loves. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Real estate, making a good first impression. We are all over this. So,
Hey there. Hey, Facebook user, if you haven't registered, go over to streamyard.com/Facebook, register your name, and then we can see who you are rather than just Facebook user. Hey there, Eileen. Good to see you, Mary. Good to see you. Hi, guys. Good to see all of you today. Cynthia, welcome. All right, guys. Are we ready to get started, Joe?
I am past ready to get started. We should get to this right
And you
now.
know what? We can't talk about food anymore today because you and I are both starving. We have been
Well, I
we
snuck,
have not
I snuck a little bit in, but we should. Shh, it's okay.
okay. All right. Hey Joseph. Hey Yvonne, Laura. Good to see you all. All right. Today we're talking about realtors and making a good first impression. And if you know anything about mailbox power, that we're all about making a great impression, whether it's a first impression or a lasting impression. We want it to be a memorable one for your customers and your clients. And that's what this we're actually going to be talking about a couple of automations today. And if you haven't heard that term before, it's something that we use. And what it means is you basically set up a series of shipments to go out. Either to one person over a period of time or to multiple people over a period of time. And it is triggered automatically. As soon as you push that go button, it is triggered to go on a regular basis. So we're going to be sharing some of those with you today. We've got some amazing realtors on with us today. So we're excited about that and watching. And we're hoping that they will contribute in the chat as well and let us know their thoughts of what we're going to be sharing. So, Joe, with that, let's get going and show people what we're talking about.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, listen. I'm excited about these automations. There's two automations that just came out, and I don't know if you saw them or not, but they did real estate prospecting automations. It's introduction to your farm area and introduction to your neighborhood, and we're talking about those two today. But what really excites me is there's other automations that happen right behind this automation, but I want to really specifically talk about this one. And there's two reasons I want to talk about this one. And number one, this is about a realtor introducing themselves to their neighborhood, the neighborhood they live in. All realtors, can you hear me? I want to know one thing. When you drive out your front door and you turn right and two doors down, somebody else's yard sign shows up in your neighbor's yard selling their home. How does that make you feel? Because that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about your farm area and your neighborhood, and we're introducing to you two automations that have multiple postcards, the free type 4x6 postcards that you send out to your neighbors to let them know that you are a professional realtor and that you're there to help them and give them everything they could possibly want as far as knowledge about their home, and you're also their neighbor. And then the other one, introducing yourself to your farm area. It sounds an awful lot like the neighborhood introduction. We just twisted the language just a little bit to tweak it. So you could actually appear as somebody who is that subject matter expert in that farm area and that you're actually from there. Now, I get excited about this because it's done for you. And the other reason I get excited, I read and I'm on sites every day. And yesterday I happened to read this post. And it bothered me to my core that this person really didn't know who we were. And she's a realtor. She's brand new. And she used some language, and I want to share some of this. She says she markets herself on social media daily, messages folks daily, goes to any local events or people, contact expired listings and FISBOs all over the place. I'm feeling very disappointed in myself, and more than anything, what else can I be doing? What am I doing wrong?
Mm.
Oh, and it just crushes me to know there's realtors out there that are brand new and they think they're doing something wrong or they're not calling enough people or doing the right things. This is a part of that answer to this person who is struggling out there as a realtor. So let's get to this, right? Let's
All
just
right.
get cracking on this. So this automation is used by realtors to introduce themselves to their farm area. It's a 3 shipment automation using postcards that introduce you to local prospects as not only their neighborhood real estate professional, but also their friendly neighbor. This automation sends out 1 postcard every 7 days to the recipient. So let's go on and let's show them what we're actually talking about.
So, as Joe mentioned, they're 4x6 postcards, which are free if you have a pro membership with Mailbox Power. This automation has also been designed in our medium sized postcards, which is 5.5 by 8.5. And those are free if you have an executive membership. So, this free postcards, all you do is pay postage on those. So, it's a pretty smoking good deal. And not only that, but we're actually writing all these for you. So this is, as Joe mentioned, a 3 shipment automation. The first card is sent immediately when you trigger it. And then the second and third ones go 7 days and 14 days after the first. So it's a total of 14 days, right, Joe?
That is correct. Yes, definitely.
All
So,
right. So
well,
here we go.
yeah, and listen, folks, this is it. This is an introduction to your farm area. So how do you do that, right? And there's a PDF that we're going to show you that comes with this that tells you how to use it and what to do and kind of some tips and best practices. So number one, if you're going to use this, which you should put a picture of the farm area, whether it's an entrance to a neighborhood, an overhead view, a Google view, some type of an image. When people get this, not only do they see their first name, but they see their housing development, they see their neighborhood, they see something about them. This is what stops folks in their tracks. And listen, this isn't just about your sphere of influence. If you're listening to me, yes, it is about your sphere of influence, but you have to reach outside of that because the sphere of influence for most realtors is a couple, 200 to 300 people. And out of 200 to 300 people, how many people are actually buying and selling a home right then? Yeah, not many. So you have to get outside. And that's what this is about. And, when you look, at this specific card, it's written in a way, hey, Vanessa, it's me, Joe, your friendly neighborhood realtor, right? That's what I mean. This is the language right on the front of the card, the back of the card. Dear Vanessa, it's true. I happen to be your friendly neighborhood real estate expert. I don't live far. You may have even seen me before, right? If it's your farm area, you're driving the neighborhood. They may have seen you. It's not a lie. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that as your neighborhood realtor, advice is always free. So if you happen to have any questions about buying or selling a home, please let me know. I love to help my neighbors. It automatically puts your picture, your profile picture in there, and your logo and your phone number. It's done for you. All you got to do, you don't even have to add the picture, but we're going to just say that your performance will be markedly improved if you'll use something from that neighborhood. So that's the first of 3 cards to introduce you to your farm area. And by the way, what really excites me about this whole thing is at the very end. And I'll tell you about that here in a minute.
So let me just touch on a couple of things that Joe talked about with this card. There are some features here that you may not be familiar with, specifically our merge fields. So you'll see on the front of the card, it says, hey, first name. We're using merge fields, and it's pulling the names of people straight out of your contacts in Mailbox Power. You can easily upload your database to Mailbox Power and be able to pull those names right out of there. You can upload a mailing list. You can even, we have an API. You can even automatically link to us and get those contacts in there. But the bottom line is that you'll be able to use those merge fields that pull straight out of the database in your card. So this card is actually ready to go. You don't have to change the picture on the front, but as Joe said, it will certainly attract attention and cause people to think, how cool is this, if they see a picture of their very own neighborhood with their first name on the front of the card. And then as you can see, it says, it's me, return first name. That again is pulling from your contact in the database. So it's your name that's going on this card. And then you'll see on the back, there are two this is our image auto merge feature. Two different things here. One is your profile photo, which it's going to pull straight from your profile in Mailbox Power, and then your profile logo. And it automatically puts these on the cards. Now, the very, very cool thing about this is that you can use it. You can share, other people can use it. Everyone can be using the same sort of information, but it can look completely different when you put your own neighborhood photo or farm area photo on the front of the card. And then, of course, in that black box on the back or black circle on the back, it's call anytime and then the return phone number. So that will just pull again from your profile in Mailbox Power. All of this is automated. It could not be more simple. Now, can you change the language on this card? Certainly. You have the ability to change the language on here. If you'd like to tweak it, if you'd like to add something specific about the neighborhood or something that would let them know that you really are a neighbor, then you can certainly do that. These are all editable cards. But they are also able to be sent just as they are. So let's move on to card number 2, Joe.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Love it. Okay, listen, I want everybody to pay special attention to something. Did you notice that the branding is kind of maintaining similar attributes? The circles on the back and on the front and where your name goes, right? Brand impressions are important. Again, this is the second card, but you need to change, this image on the front to be something, of your neighborhood. It could be the same exact picture you used before or a different picture if you really want best results. I guess I'm going to say you should probably use a new image of the neighborhood, something they're going to recognize because these brand attributes are carrying all the way through. But listen, again, hey, Vanessa, it's me, Joe, your friendly neighborhood realtor again, right? And on the back of this card, dear Vanessa, now that you have a friendly neighborhood real estate professional, it's time to take advantage of me. If you are looking for current value of your home, what homes are selling for, or market information, I'm here to help. I would love to meet you as I love being a good neighbor. This all sounds very friendly, right? That's how it is written. It's written to actually make you appear as the friendly neighborhood realtor who's just there to help. And you don't have to do anything except for engage this automation and get it started with your list, and we do the rest, right? You don't have to go 7 days later, no, send this. No, we've already got you covered, right? We're taking care of this. But this is the second part of this introduction to your farm area. You're now saying, if you want to buy or sell a home and you want any information, I'm your neighbor. I'd love to help. Yeah,
Awesome.
Really cool stuff.
Love it. Love it. So this is the second one that's going to hit the same recipients. And that is the purpose of these automations, is that you're not just sending out a postcard once to an area. That's really not how people operate. They don't respond to one time. But when they start seeing your name, your information, your photo, their own neighborhood, you are going to attract their attention with that. That's, they're just going to respond to that because it's so personalized. All right. And here's the third card in the series.
All right, folks, you may think this is a little bold, but we did it anyway. Okay. So this one, hey, Vanessa, would you like to get together for a cup of coffee or tea? Right. That is pretty bold, but if you're their friendly neighborhood realtor, I'm willing to bet that every realtor out there, if somebody got this card and called them on it, you'd be buying them coffee or tea for sure, because I know as a realtor, I would be. But the back of the card, dear Vanessa, would you like to get together for a cup of coffee or tea? As your neighbor and local real estate expert, I'd love to get to know you more. I love talking about homes too, and would love to share how much your home is currently worth and answer any questions you may have without any pressure to list your home. Watch for more from me in your mailbox. right?
Awesome.
And a PS, right? PS, the number one thing that's written on every email or letter. PS, you would be amazed at how much your neighbors made when they sold their homes. That's something else we can discuss if we get together for a cup of coffee or tea. Ah,
Love
ah,
it.
love it. Yeah, I love, love, love this stuff. I love that, we're actually engaging and saying, I'm your neighbor. I'd love to buy you a cup of coffee or tea. I'd love to talk to you about your home. You're truly putting yourself out there as the friendly neighborhood realtor. That's who you
Yep.
are.
Love it. I love Laura. Thank you so much for the comment. She said some states require that you add your license number, so don't forget to add that if needed. That is
Mhm,
a great point, Laura. I can put it right there. There we
mhm.
go. That's
Yep.
a great point, Laura, and I appreciate you for adding that comment in and pointing that out. If you are in an area that requires anything to be added to your mailers, again, these are fully editable. So you can add whatever is required in your particular state or area.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So,
So that, what we just saw were the three cards that were, the prospecting your farm area or an
yeah.
introduction to your farm area. Now, there's this introduction to your neighborhood. It literally is the same exact graphics and automation setup. The language has just been tweaked. And this one, like I said, realtors, what's the worst thing that can happen to you? You pull out of your driveway and two homes down, somebody else's yard sign shows up with another realtor selling homes on your street in your neighborhood. We know that. We've seen it. We get it. So anyway, don't let that happen to you. Make sure everybody knows exactly who you are and you are, actually their neighborhood. Now, like I said, the copy on these have been tweaked, but you can see them. If you're a current Mailbox Power customer, you can see the language and how it's been tweaked
Yeah.
to basically say you are their neighbor, like you live next door. You are really, really close by. And if you don't have the names and addresses of your neighbors, it's pretty easy to buy the list. You go into List Builder and search a radius around an address. You put in your home address and you pick that 200 folks that are right, in your neighborhood, 300, whatever your farm area is, however big you want it to be. Pretty easy to do.
Exactly. And those lists, if you haven't seen the list builder that's available through Mailbox Power, you need to just go check it out. You can put in all kinds of demographics and your zip code or a certain amount of miles around a radius of your home, for example, if you're sending out this neighbor automation. But the thing is, that list is so economical. When you talk about I hear about realtors and other people buying lists and mailing lists and things like that all the time. And the money that they spend on those things that aren't even targeted and specific the way ours is at Mailbox Power, it's amazing to me the bargain that this is. And just go in and look for yourself. You can buy as few as 100 names. And that's going to cost you what, Joe? 10 bucks, 12 bucks, something super inexpensive. So go take a look at that. And those targeted lists, though, of people that are qualified, they're pre qualified, they're in your neighborhood. Perhaps you have an income minimum that you're looking for. Perhaps you're looking for people ready to move, or people with children, or people with dogs, or whatever. There's so many different things that you can put in there and dial in your specific ideal customer and attract that and mail only to those people, not to people who are renting in the area, for example, or people that are renting that may be ready to buy a home. So it depends on what you're looking for.
That is accurate. And I also see, is there a way to also get emails and phone numbers? No, there's not. We specialize in marketing to the mailbox, so that's not something we really collect. We're in hopes, and we know that if you will practice what we're preaching, your phone's going to ring. Somebody's going to call you. You're going to get their phone number and their name anyway.
Yeah.
So that's how we work. But oh, thanks for bringing this up, Vanessa. So check this out, right? What you're going to start seeing are these PDFs that are coming with the automations. And what's happening is page one shows the automation. It shows each sequence of the automations and what's being sent out and kind of what's being said in a generalization. But what's important is page two. What is it? It's a description, what's being sent, branding and picture, list builder attributes, any tips. And of course, as things as we start seeing the successes, we'll start adding the success stories to this PDF. So everybody can kind of go, oh, that's how this thing's performed before. And this is how it works. And this is really hot stuff. We love these automations. We love what it does for you, the realtor community. As far as automations go, there are plenty of working communities that get true value out of these automations. But the realtors, this is kind of built into their psyche and their community and their business acumen, is that they use direct mail. Now, how they're using it and what technology they're using, that's really starts to look at, well, how effective is it? Because if you're using EDDM, chances are you're just throwing your money out the window. I'm not knocking that. It does work for some folks, but I haven't met a realtor that it works for. When you can really dial in specifically to 200 people that have qualified income, credit score, net worth, they've been renting, we're talking about finding a buyer or finding a seller, somebody who's been in their home for X number of years, and they have an income as well and a credit score. And a certain neighborhood, those things all come into play. And that's what we do. We help you laser focus and target on very specific people versus EDDM or social. And I'm not saying to stop social, but what I am saying is, social is a pretty good shotgun approach in the realty community to find, a buyer or a seller. And we are very specific and laser focused.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, I want to go back to that question that you had about emails and phone numbers, because I
Yeah.
want to just talk about the fact that this real estate on the back of this card is yours. You can use it to do whatever you want. If you don't want to include a profile photo or your logo or even that call me anytime or any of that, if you don't want to include that, you can simply change it. Put a QR code on there that goes to a video. Put a QR code on there that goes to your I need your mailbox link, which is a link that we have in Mailbox Power that automatically people can fill it out and be added to your contact list. So if I was using this and I was trying to get phone numbers and email addresses of people, I would definitely put a QR code to I need your mailbox, to my I need your mailbox link for my, prospects, and have them fill it out. That way they're giving you their information and you can gather that without even talking to the person. They just scan the QR code, it pops up the I need your mailbox link. You can change that and edit that to include whatever information you'd like on there. And then they fill out the information. They're automatically added to your contact list. We ask for email. You don't have to ask for it, but it's an option. And phone number is an option. Also, their birth date. We're all about celebrating birthdays here at Mailbox Power. So there are different things that you can ask them for that will help you market to them in the future, whether you're using direct mail, email, phone, whatever it may be. And like Joe said, we're not telling you not to use any of those things. We're absolutely telling you need to use those things. But we have had dozens, hundreds of success stories of people using the mailbox and the difference that it makes when somebody gets a piece of mail with their name on it, directly addressed to them, not current resident, not to whom it may concern, but something that is mailed directly to them has massive impact and a massive response rate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to make sure everybody's aware of this as well. This isn't a stab in the dark, okay? We talk to professional realtors that have been realtors for decades, true marketer realtors. And this really was a brainchild of them. We just executed on it. That's it. Myself and Vanessa were like, oh, yeah, we love this idea and we're going to go execute on this because it came from a realtor. It didn't come from us. We're not realtors. We don't do this every day, but we learn from professional realtors every day, every week, every month. We learn something new. And we want to bring something new and fresh and vibrant to the realty community, especially when it comes to prospecting, because, I could, if I read you that whole, thread of somebody who just got started and they were disappointed in themselves, you'd be like, oh my gosh, they need this like yesterday. Holy crap. Or you talk to somebody who's super excited about scalability in their business. This automation we just produced for you allows you to scale. And what do I mean by scale? Well, this automation makes you appear as somebody who is a friendly neighborhood realtor. Well, how many neighborhoods around you could you actually go out and start farming at the same time? Lots of them. That's called scalability, right? If you're only farming one area, well, that's great. But why not two or three or four or 10 if the budget will dictate it? Because the more you're out there, the more your brand is out there, the more you are seen as the friendly neighborhood realtor. The more deals you're going to do, the more homes you're going to sell, and the more commissions you're going to make. And that's what I love about your realtors, your commission hounds. I love you for it. It's awesome.
So we had a question, Joe, from a user saying, can we brand these with our own personal branding? Yes. We don't want it to be about mailbox power. Nobody knows what that is. And you need to brand it with yourself. We don't want them to know the mailbox power name. You are, we want to be your secret weapon, right? So it's not about promoting mailbox power. It's about you branding these using your own personal branding. That's why we put in there the image auto merge for
Right.
your profile photo, your business logo, whatever that may be. Absolutely brand these. And by the way, I don't know if Joe mentioned this on the front end, but these are all free. These are in our design catalog. They're absolutely free. So you can download this automation. Of course, if you're on the pro or executive membership, you're going to get those free postcards anyway. But otherwise, our postcards are really inexpensive. But you'll be paying for postage. That's it. If you decide to go and buy a list of even 100 names on it, you're going to spend, 10 or 12 bucks on it and out the door. I would encourage you to just experiment, just try it out, just experiment with it and tweak it. Send it to 100 names, see what kind of response rate you get. Tweak it a little, send it to another 100 and see what kind of response you get.
Absolutely. Now, I want to share what I'm so excited about, because these two automations are a precursor to other automations that are being produced right now. And I know one of them is so close to being done that I'm actually going to tell you the name of it. Are you ready? The Seller Geofarm Domination Automation. That's pretty good, huh? Right? The Seller Geofarm Domination Automation. And folks, this automation is designed to prospect a geographical area for targeted sellers. It's a 5-sequenced of postcards that will go out over a 5-month period of time. It's by design supposed to capture sellers. And we will create one for buyers as well. It truly is a game changer, and we have all the tools to do it. I don't know anybody else that does, but we are an innovative company, and we're innovating for you. And that's what this whole thing's about. You start with this introduction to a farm area, and you immediately go execute when that's done on a seller geofarm or a buyer geofarm domination automation. And this just automates your marketing in a physical way, putting something in the mailbox that converts these folks to calling you, picking up the phone and making your phone ring. That's what this whole thing's about. So anyway, that's what I'm excited about. I'm sitting here staring at this seller geofarm domination automation. It's over here, right here. And it's just like, I want this done yesterday. I wanted it done by today so I could share it today, but I'd rather have it done right than have it done right now. So
Right. Look at Kelly Wheeler's comment.
He's a realtor marketer. Of course he's excited.
Yes,
He-
exactly.
yeah, he had some input on this, and that's, like I said, we're just here to execute on what the professionals think we should be executing on, and this came from him. So yeah, really, really good stuff. Awesome. Can't wait.
All right, Joe, we got to get out of here. Let's just talk about what we're going to discuss on our next Lunch and Learn. Excited
Yeah.
about that. Let me pop that up here.
Yeah.
Next Lunch and Learn, which is next Wednesday at the same time, 11 a.m. Pacific on Wednesday, life insurance prospecting, how to kickstart your new business. So if you're in that kind of business, or if you've never done this kind of direct mail marketing before, and you're in the life insurance industry, please join us next Wednesday. If you know anybody that would benefit from this, please share with them that we'll be doing this Lunch and Learn next Wednesday. If you'd like to see this or any other Lunch and Learn, you can go over to youtube.com/mailbox power, and you can watch this or any other Lunch and Learn that we've done. We also have some other tutorials and videos over there for you to check out. So with that, Joe, any last words?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us your time today. If I haven't told you I love you today, I do. I appreciate you very much. You just given me a half hour of your time. I know it's your most valuable asset, and I thank you for it. I really hope if you're a realtor and you're seeing this, that you just deploy this thing and it works for you. I want to know your phone rang. I know this works from other realtors who have been doing something similar. We just kind of made it duplicatable. That's it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for sharing this with your friends who would benefit from this kind of information. And if you have any ideas for us, please reach out and let us know. Thanks.
Awesome. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.